So, welcome back. We're having fun with wires today. So, after the shambles that was last weekend with the wiring loom and everything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw last week's footage right at the start. And then basically we'll actually move on to what I'm going to do today. So what we're planning to do is Tyler, it's his last day here because he's going to uni in a couple of weeks' time, so he needs to get everything ready. So he's going to finish off his side panel, so he's actually built the entire centre console, so fair play. And I'm going to throw all the lights and then slowly feed the loom through, so we'll start at the back and work our way back. Once we get to the engine side, we'll be able to pull out bits we don't need. It's just an easier way. I was trying to explain to someone and they said the easiest way is put it in the car and take bits off then. So we're going to have to, we won't remove the dash yet because Tyler's still working on the dash. But once we know where everything is, I need the rear loom and the front looms in place. So let's get cracking. Enjoy last week's footage.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
So, as you can see, we are slowly, I am slowly working my way through this horrible loom. So what I've managed to find this one here is the passenger side light loom. There is a couple of things that I don't need, but until I've got it actually in place, we won't know. I've managed to separate the dash loom, so that's this one down here on the floor by the set. I've also managed to separate the driver's side loom as well, so there's just this mess on top here. So we're slowly working our way through it. Once we do it, I think what we're going to do is we're just going to put it in sort of like the back of the car, because my brother-in-law's still working on this centre console side sheet, so I don't want to be pulling the dash out and then put it back in. So that'll be a job for next week. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to reassemble all the front. I've got most of my pipes now. Going to put it all back together how it should be. Yeah, I've got to order some bolts. So let's get cracking. So then, that mess there isn't actually a mess anymore. There's a few more cables to sort out, but a lot of them go to the fuse box, so once it's connected to the fuse box underneath the dash, then we can tidy them all up. So I've managed to separate the passenger side loom, which is the one this side, and the driver's side loom, which is currently hung over the door. So what we're going to do now is we're going to leave it like that. We've left it trailed through. I might just change the plug on the sender unit because it's a different plug to the ones I've got. So I might just change them quickly, and then we're going to jump to the front of the car, reassemble it, getting ready for the rest of the loom.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Let's start again. So, it might look like I've completely lost the bloody plot. I am slowly getting there. Obviously, yeah, I have. So we started on the wiring loom this morning. Basically, you'll see what we did last week on the wiring loom, which was a terrible day. So basically, we've got the loom now to where it's in its separate pieces, so driver's side and passenger side. There's still quite a lot to do in the dash. Obviously, I can't disturb Tyler at the minute because he's currently doing that. Like I said, it's his last day with me. So, what I'm focusing on is I'm just putting all the pipes on, I'm connecting everything, making sure everything goes in tight. The bolt we did order, it was just too short, so it wasn't biting on enough, but I've managed to get one to fit, which is good. Same with the one down on the oil cooler. So, we're just tubing everything up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a way to mount this brake reservoir, so we can get it in. We're not going to use these bits of tubing, we'll use these ends because we need these. Well, we might not do actually, because this is a no pressure system, this part of it. So basically this is just feeding fluid to the brake mast under and the clutch sleeves under. So what we're going to do now is going to hop over to the bench to make something to hold it. So basically we can hold it, push it in, and then basically it'll basically weld this side. So that's what we're going to do now, so we can jump to the bench. Like I said, I haven't quite lost the plot. Not yet, anyway. I'm getting there. So basically I've just thrown the main bits of the engine on, so I put the turbo back on, I've connected all the oil feeds. Before I start on the water feeds, what I want to do is make a bracket to hold this. This is the brake reservoir for the car. So what we're going to do is sort of make a wraparound bracket. So it's going to sit into the little sort of sliders that it's got, and then it'll wrap around, and then that part will be welded to the car itself. So we should be able to sort of slide it out. But let's see what we can come up with. Let's get cracking. So then, as you can see, I've run some pipes from the reservoir down to the master cylinder. There's no actual pressure in this. It's normally just a piece of sort of straw in a way. It's like a funny plastic straw. So I've run some fuel line, which is hopefully going to be better, but I will check. And I've run a piece of braided fuel line for the top one, which goes to the clutch. There's no pressure on them, they're basically just pushing it in, then the pressure comes out the side of the mast cylinder, which is nice. We've run them down, nothing's pushed on all the way, I need a heat gun just to warm it up. My brother-in-law is still sorting that side panel light. It's becoming a headache for both of us. It's not as simple as we both thought, but we will get it done. So whilst he's doing that, I'm going to put the inlet manifold on. I'm going to connect all the fuel pipes, so we'll actually bolt everything properly onto the inlet manifold, I think maybe. And then we will start looking at the intercooler and all that. So let's get cracking. So that's it for today. I'm done. I'm going home. So as you saw, first thing this morning, what we did was we sorted out the wiring loom. It's nice and tidy now. We've got it to driver's side, left side, so it's just all the bit in the middle we still need to sort out. But now I can actually pull the dash because we finished the centre console. Well, one of the side sheets for the centre console. I've run out of steel, I can't do much more. So I was doing that. Tyler was making a side panel. He did do a couple of attempts. He won't even lie about it. He did a couple of attempts, but we've done it now. And obviously, I started to tidy up engine bay and put the master cylinder in. But from all of us at Smoking Retros, hit the like button, drop a comment, and feel free to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.